Hi guys. So what I'm going to talk about is how the the powers that be want to get rid of critical thinking. They don't want free thinking. They don't want you to have possibility thinking all kinds of possibilities and all kinds of theories and your perspective of the world. They don't want you to think of all the possibilities you can think of when that's how it should be, right? They want to get rid of any free thinkers, you know, and they want a dumbed down society because then it's easier to control. It's as simple as that. There should be, as man and woman, we should be able to think of every possibility we can think of without limitations and without being judged, right? And it should be our own independent thoughts, not other people's thoughts, our own independent thoughts and perspectives of our life and what our purpose is, right? There should be no limitations on what you can think and what you can say. And now they've made a society where people are too scared to even talk about what they believe in and what they think, and follow their path, right? There should be no limitations on all the possibilities and theories that you can think of and anything and what we are and what our purpose is, right? But they want you to think like everyone else. They want everyone thinking the same. They want everyone to follow the mainstream narrative, like believe in the Big Bang Theory, right? The Big Bang Theory, that's the mainstream narrative you taught at school, yeah? Let's have a look at it. The Big Bang Theory. It's a theory. It's not a fact. So why are we told about the Big Bang Theory without them being called crazy, the scientists being called crazy? Yet when we come up with a theory or when we come up with a possibility, we get called crazy and we can't think for ourselves. They want us to follow that mainstream narrative, which I think the Big Bang Theory is a load of shit anyway. But yeah, and it is just a theory. It's in its name. It's a theory. It's not a fact. So if everyone is okay accepting the Big Bang Theory, why are people not okay about accepting or listening to the theories and all the possibilities that we have? Or maybe come up with their own possibilities and theories and think for themselves. They don't want to do that. The powers that be don't want that for people. They want everyone thinking the indoctrinated stuff they're taught at school without question. All the history. You go to school, you're taught science, you're taught history, maths and English and all the basics, right? Without questioning it, because it's all obviously right. You're not allowed to question it anymore. You're not allowed to, there's only so much you can think. That's what they believe. And you're not allowed to question any of the lies that you're told. You just got to go with it and listen to everyone else and follow everyone else, right? Follow the trends, because that's what everyone does. And even our own theories and thoughts, there should be our own thoughts, our own theories, our own possibilities, our own individual perspectives of the world and what our purpose is as a human to be here. You don't even follow my perspective, follow your own perspective. Do you know what I mean? And they want to get rid of that. They want to get rid of critical thinkers, because all they want is an easy population to control, a simple-minded population to control. And this is how they're doing it. They are creating dumbed down society with social media, stuff like taking selfies and the trends, the hashtag trends you see, and stuff that isn't irrelevant, and people, the average, let's call them person, because they deserve to be called person because they accept that they're a person and not an actual man and woman. The average person takes selfies, wants to look beautiful, gets fake tans, hashtags everywhere, and watches reality TV shows, which I'm going to talk about in a minute, which is part of it, which make no sense. All they do is talk about relationships, talk about looking beautiful, go to work, talk about relationships, talk about looking beautiful, getting a fake tan, putting makeup on, buying all the Gucci stuff and all the expensive products, and buying brands and also expensive brands and aftershaves and perfumes, and talking about relationships and stuff that doesn't matter. rather than talking about the stuff where the purpose of why we're here and what this world is and what our purpose is, right? They basically created a society where if you think too much, if you think of all the unlimited possibilities and perspectives of what you think about the world and all the theories that you have, you get called crazy and you get judged and you're basically slapped down on the floor because people don't want to know it, and people tell you to shut up. People say stop thinking that. It's like, for fuck's sake. So what are we supposed to do? Just follow the crowd? We as human beings should not have limitations on what we can think and all the possibilities that are. There should be endless possibilities. We should be able to think of endless possibilities, but they want to get rid of that. And they do that by doing all these trends and everything you see on Facebook and creating dumbed down Netflix TV shows and movies. Look at this. Best reality TV shows to watch during lockdown. I wonder what number one is. Love Island. So basically it's about it's a game reality show, which I think a lot of these reality shows are staged anyway, but it's a game reality show about a bunch of hot, sexy people coming on, talking crap, talking nonsense, talking out their own ass, pointless shit that's just boring to listen to. All they talk about is relationships and getting with one another and how sexy and hot the other one is. It's so meaningful to life, isn't it? So meaningful to life. The creator made man and woman to watch reality TV shows about some hot, sexy people talking about relationships and meaningless, boring stuff. And what else is it doing? Oh yeah, it's getting other people, the people that watch it, which is a big percentage of the population that watch these type of shows, and thinking, oh, I want to look like that. Oh, I'm going to go get a facelift. Oh, I'm going to get plastic surgery. Oh, I'm going to get makeup. You know what I mean? And then all of a sudden it comes about looks, doesn't it? It comes about, everyone's got to look sexy. You've got to look sexy and hot to fit in society. It's fucking ridiculous. And that is the world we're creating. These are the type of people we've got to wake up, guys. These are the type of people we've got to wake up. People that dance on TikTok, nurses and doctors dancing on TikTok and people thinking that's all right, thinking that's acceptable. People showing off, trying to get likes for their selfies, taking selfie pictures, updating the profile picture every week. That's the average person. We've got average person. They are not a proper man and woman at the moment, are they? You just call them a person because that's what they are. The average, well, okay, let's just call them man and woman. So the average man and woman these days, that we've got to wake up, takes selfies, follows trends, buys all the expensive brands. What's the second one? Nailed It. Nailed It is one of those annoying shows that has managed to exclamation mark into its name. Okay. Well, the fact that Love Island's number one just shows, doesn't it? What else is there? The Apprentice. So it's about business. Probably a lot of Freemasons in it. Doing some kind of hand sign there. MasterChef Australia. Some of these aren't bad, but a lot of the stuff like in the UK, the most popular shows like Britain's Got Talent, Big Brother, Love Island, I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, which I must admit I've watched some of them. They're quite interesting, but still, it's dumbing down society. Do you know what I mean? It's like this one, The Circle. The Circle is more than desperate wannabes trying to be famous. It's the ultimate social experiment, featuring 8 people who can only talk through a form of social media called The Circle. They can pretend to be whoever they want. The aim of the game is to be the most popular, as voted by others. The cat and the catfish. Throughout the series, contestants are tasked with simple tasks that can reveal a little more about them. but these can also be downfall of many. One recent highlight was a contestant who asked to bake a cake. Both the twins, a female contestant was pretending to be a boy, and it's just crap like that, right? The Simple Life, Kim Kardashian. If you're in America, the popular TV shows like the Kardashians and stuff like that, right? Just they're creating all these TV shows, and plus they're getting all the LGBTQ stuff in there. You know what I mean? And they're quite force feeding it, right? And I'm going to talk about that actually quickly, and I don't care what I say anymore, because if people don't like it, well, they don't have to watch my channel, they can fuck off. But basically, my perspective on it is they are trying to have a society where there's more gay people, more trans, more sexuality people, should I say, less, and they want less heterosexuals. So people, where a man dates a woman or a woman dates a man, they want lesbians and gays and transgender, right? And I think it's part of their, this is just my perspective on it, that it's part of their depopulation agenda. So if everyone's gay and everyone's a lesbian, or most people are gay, and most people are lesbian, which it seems like the society that they're trying to create, then it means that less people are having kids, right? Less women are getting pregnant, because most of the women are lesbians and most of the men are gay. And I think if that's where they're aiming, there's going to be less kids, and it's going to start, the population's going to start to decrease. It could be one way where they're doing it. And it makes me wonder why there's so many gay, I think, without sounding homophobic, I've got nothing against gay people at all, right? I get along with many gay people, just to say that I know a few gay people that are really nice and down to earth. But all I'm saying is this really a normal world? Was this, before all this, hundreds of years ago, was there as many gay people as we see today? Do you know what I mean? All this culture, and we talk about broadcasting on TV, and I talked about the other day how the TV is the evil scoring mirror, the black mirror, the mirror on the wall, and it's the legend of the scoring mirrors, and what it does is it casts a spell, right? And that now has become the media, and it's media into the society of and it's created all this different culture, this, you could call it cancel culture and whatever, and because you can't speak your mind, and that you can't, it's just, I don't know how to say this anymore, because they've created this system where you feel guilty no matter what you say, whether you talk about racism or LGBT or anything like that. And I suppose it is a spell, anything that it manipulates with your mind, I just think it's a spell. That's just my opinion. You know what I mean? And there is a lot of, should I say, LGBTQ, gay, homosexual, and gay, lesbian propaganda out there. There is, and they're pushing it so hard that they want the population to become gay. I know there's talk about accepting it. Yes, they agree with, accepting the few that are gay and lesbian, and they should have as much equal rights anywhere in the world. But I think they're pushing it to the point where they actually want a society where most people are. Maybe, I'm not saying for definite, it's just a possibility, and it could be to do with their depopulation agenda. And I think eventually they want to get rid of I mean, heck, have you seen this artificial womb? I'm going to do another video on it. They created an artificial womb where they're able to create artificial humans. I mean, that's fucking insane. Where all this crazy... We're looking at all this crazy stuff, right? And the gap between the truthers and the people that are asleep is widening every day. It's getting wider and wider, and it's going to be get to the point where we just cannot communicate with these people, because they're just going to be so dumbed down that you just can't wake them up. That's where we're going. You know, as we're getting closer to the truth, and we're finding out all this disturbing stuff that's taking place and it's rolling out around the world, and they're just completely oblivious to it, and they're just going to fall into it and not even notice. Do you know what I mean? And that's the society we are going into. It's really scary. It's fucking scares me. So yeah, anyway, I'll leave it there, guys. Thank you.